Hello students, hope you're doing fine at home. So today we have another chapter to learn about, which is our Earth and the solar system. Okay? So let's understand by a bigger concept called as the universe. So we need to understand what the universe is all about. Alright? The universe is everything that we can ever know, all of space and all of time. It is unimaginably vast, endless and entirely empty. With small clusters of matter energy, it is probably 15 billion years old. It contains all the galaxies, stars, planets, asteroids, comets, meteors, etc., all of which are known as celestial bodies or heavenly bodies. Alright? So you need to understand the universe is a big, unimaginable, vast, endless, empty, space which has a lot of cluster matter in it, lot of galaxies, many stars, planets, asteroids, comets, and meteors, which are also known as celestial bodies. Okay, so it's a very big thing which has many small things in it. Okay, the science that studies stars and other heavenly bodies is also known as astronomy. So here's a definition for the word astronomy: the science that studies stars and other heavenly bodies, okay, is also known as astronomy. The scientists believe that Big Bang explosion created the universe some 15 billion years ago. First, there was a hot ball tinier than an atom. This ball cooled and grew into a football size. A split second later, a superforce swelled the infant universe 1,000 billion times. As it mushroomed out, the universe was flooded with energy and matter. Thereafter, atoms of hydrogen and helium gas were formed. Millions of years later, the clouds of gases combined together to form stars and galaxies. Okay, so this is a scientific theory put by scientists to understand how universe came into existence. All right, now we'll move to the next topic called as the galaxies. We'll now see what are galaxies. Okay, galaxies are a giant group of millions or even trillions of stars. So galaxies is a group of many stars. Okay, there may be 20 trillion galaxies in the universe, but only 3 galaxies are visible to the naked eye from Earth besides the Milky Way, our own galaxy, the large and small Magellanic Clouds, and the Andromeda galaxies. Galaxies are of different shapes, such as spiral, barred shape, elliptical, and irregular. They are often found in groups called clusters. One cluster may have 30 or so galaxies in it. A galaxy in which our solar system is located is also called as Milky Way or Akash Ganga. Okay? It seems to be a river of stars. It is 1 lakh light years long and 1,000 light years thick. Our sun is tucked away in a corner of the Milky Way at a distance of about 30,000 to 35,000 light years from the center of the galaxy. It is a spiral galaxy made up of 100 billion stars. So our Milky Way, we also call it as the Akash Ganga. It's a big galaxy. Alright? And we have the sun at one place. Now we study what are stars. Stars are balls of mainly hydrogen and helium gas. Nuclear reaction in the heart of stars, like those at atom bombs, generate heat and light. They seem to twinkle. They are of different size and brightness. Our sun is a medium-sized star. Stars tend to form groups. Lone stars are rare, while double stars called binaries, and multiple stars comprise 75% of the total stars. Alpha Centauri is a group of 3 stars closest 4.3 light years away to the Sun. Alright, now we will study what are constellations. Constellations are patterns of stars in the sky forming a certain shape. Most of these were identified long ago by ancient Babylonians and Egyptians. Astronomers today recognize 88 constellations. Different constellations become visible at different times of the year as the Earth travels around the Sun. The constellation of the Great Bear, also known as Ursa Major, contains an easily recognizable group of 7 stars called the Big Dipper or the Saptarishi. The polarized or the North Star always points to the north. Okay, so constellations are normally group of stars which form different shapes when we see at night. Okay, this can be seen during different times of year. Now we move ahead. We would now study what are planets. What is Earth? Earth is also a planet. Okay, planets are globe-shaped celestial bodies that revolve around a star in elliptical orbits. Okay, so what are planets? Planets are round bodies, normally round bodies moving in an elliptical shape, oval shape, okay, around a star. So our Earth is revolving around the Sun. Okay, some planets of the solar system are called terrestrial planets, have a surface of rock solid, while others called gas planets like they have a surface of liquid or airy gas. Unlike the stars, which are visible in their fixed position in the sky, the planets shift their position, hence called planets or wanderers. They do not have light of their own. Remember, planets do not have light of their own. Moreover, planets are less than 20% of the size of their parent star. Our solar system has 8 planets. Recently, some giant planets have been detected orbiting the other stars. They are called extrasolar planets. Okay. Now, we move ahead now to understand what are motions of planet. Okay, so we know that the Earth is revolving around the Sun, so that is again a motion. So the Earth never stops, it keeps on moving, right? The Sun, by virtue of its mass and weight, controls the movements of the other planets. According to the heliocentric or the sun-centered theory, all other planets revolve around the Sun in the same direction. However, the period of revolution is different for each planet. Okay? Each planet moves around the Sun in an ellipse or an oval orbit. But do you know why planets stay in orbit around the Sun instead of shooting off into space? The explanation was found by great English scientist Sir Isaac Newton. His explanation was that the gravitational pull of the Sun keeps the planet orbiting in a fixed path. Moving further, we will now study what are satellites or moons. Satellites are objects that orbit planets and other space objects. They may be natural as well as artificial. Natural satellites are called moons. They need to be distinguished from artificial satellite or spacecraft sent up to orbit the Earth and other planets. Moons are mostly small rock globes that continuously orbit the parent planet, held in place by the planet's gravity. There are 102 known moons in the solar system. So what are moons? We have a moon. We see the moon every day, mostly in the month when the night is like very dark. right? We see a bright moon. So that moon orbits the earth. Alright. So there, like the moon for earth, there are many other moons in the solar system. So how many are there? There are 102 known moons in the solar system. So the solar system has 102 that we are aware of. Okay. Moving ahead, we now have asteroids. So what are asteroids? Asteroids are tiny lumps of rock that orbit the sun. So now orbiting means going round and round. Okay. Now orbits are tiny lumps of rock that orbit the sun. They are sometimes called the minor planets. Most asteroids, more than 500,000, orbit the sun in asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Ceres, the biggest asteroid, was discovered in 1801. Moving ahead, now we will study what are comets. Comets are bright objects. Bright, they have their own energy, they have their own light, and they are very bright. Okay. Comets are bright objects with long tails which we sometimes see streaking across the night sky. Many comets orbit the sun, but their orbits are very long. They spend most of the time in the far reach of the solar system. We see them when they come close to the sun. They form a tail when they are near to the sun. Periodic comets appear at regular intervals. Halley's comet, named after the British scientist Edmund Halley, orbits the sun every 76 years. It was last seen in the year 1986 and will be seen again in 2062. The Hale-Bopp comet, which appeared in 1997, gave the brightest view of the comet since 1811. The Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet smashed into Jupiter in July 1994 with the biggest crash ever witnessed. So, comets are normally bright objects which move around the sun in very long orbits. That's the reason it takes a lot of time for them to come back. So, like in 76 years, Halley's comet, very famous comet named after the British scientist Mr. Edmund Halley, orbits the sun every 76 years. Alright, it was last seen in 1986. Similarly, there are other comets which were seen in different times from Earth. Okay, now moving ahead, we now have to study what are meteors and meteoroids. Okay, meteors are space objects that crash into Earth's atmosphere. Most meteors are very small and burn up as they enter the atmosphere. They are also called shooting stars. Meteoroids are large meteors that penetrate right through the Earth's atmosphere and reach the ground. When a large meteoroid crashes into the Earth, it produces a huge crater on the Earth's surface. So, these are like big stones coming down to Earth. Okay, one such meteorite crash can be seen at Lunar Lake near Buldhana district. Okay. We will now study our solar system. Okay, our solar system has a sun, 8 planets, and the moon, Earth's moon. Okay, now there are many moons, but then the moon that we will always study normally would be the moon that revolves the Earth. So the sun, 8 planets, more than 100 satellites, that is moons, millions of asteroids, meteoroids, and countless comets make up the solar system. The sun is the center of the solar system which all planets revolve. The sun is a medium star. Okay, it is 100 times the diameter of the Earth and weighs about 3 lakh times as much as the Earth. Although it is made mostly entirely of hydrogen and helium, the lightest gas in the universe. The sun's interior is heated by nuclear reactions to a temperature of 15 million degrees Celsius. So the sun continuously keeps on burning. It's a lot of energy required, and hence there are many nuclear reactions going on in the sun. Okay. 8 planets, namely Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune revolve around the parent body, that is the sun. So all the 8 planets revolve around the sun. This is interesting to note that all the planets, with the exception of the Earth, are named after the Roman gods. You can quickly see how the solar system looks like. To your left hand side, the bright yellow picture is the sun. See how big the sun is and how small the other planets are. So the planets are arranged in sequence like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Okay? Now, the planets are divided into 2 groups. Okay? They are called as, the groups are called as the inner planets and the outer planets. Now we'll study what are inner planets. Inner planets include Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. These planets are also called terrestrial planets, which means they are like Earth and they are they have densely rocky bodies consisting mainly of iron and rock. The outer planet includes Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Outer planets are big in size and have a satellite families. They are composed mostly of hydrogen, helium, ammonia and methane, and as such called gas giants. All of them rotate very fast and have a dense atmosphere. All the planets revolve around the sun in a long elliptical path called the orbit. So every planet has its own way, it has its own path to follow. Okay? Now we'll understand the origin of solar system. Scientists believe that the sun and the solar system have been formed from a rotating disk of gases and comet dust called the nebula. As the vast cloud of gas and dust spun and cooled material was drawn into center, the center became dense and hot and began generating energy by nuclear fusion. At the same time, due to huge force of gravity, the rest of the material near the sun came together to form a dense inner planet, while the cooler outer regions combined with rock, metal and gas to form the outer planets. Now, planets of the solar system, as you can see, we have all the planets mentioned over there. Right? We have 8 planets mentioned right now. First, Mercury, the first planet, okay, which is the closest planet to the sun. Mercury. It is the closest planet to the sun. It is the fastest orbiting planet, getting around the sun in just 88 days. It means that Mercurial year is of 88 days only. It takes 58.6 days to rotate on its own axis. Therefore, a mercurial day lasts nearly 59 times as long as ours. Temperature on Mercury ranges from 180 degrees Celsius at night to over 430 degrees Celsius during day. Mercury's surface is pocketed by crater made by space debris crashing into it. So this particular planet Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. Okay, it takes only 88 days to complete a circle around the sun. Now, while revolving on its own axis, when it revolves on its own, it takes 58.6 days to rotate, right? Now, the temperature on Mercury is very high. It is 180 degrees Celsius at night and 430 degrees Celsius during day. Okay. Now we go to the next planet, which is Venus. Venus is the second planet out from the sun. Its thicker atmosphere reflects sunlight amazingly. Therefore, it shines like a star at night sky. This planet is the brightest object in the in the sky after the sun and the moon. It is also called the evening star because it can be seen in the evening just after sunset. It is the hottest planet in the solar system with a surface temperature of more than 470 degrees Celsius. Its cloudy atmosphere is thick mixture of carbon dioxide gases and sulfuric acid. Thick cloud hide the surface of the planet. A unique feature of Venus is its backward rotation east to west. Its days last 243 Earth days, longer than its year which lasts 222 days. It is the nearest of all the planets to the Earth in size. Okay, so it takes 243 Earth days to revolve. Now we come to the third planet, which is our own Earth. Earth is the third planet out from the Sun and fifth largest planet in the solar system. It is mostly made up of rock with a core of iron and nickel. It takes about 365 days to orbit around the Sun. It appears blue from space with a huge water bodies ocean on its surface, and hence it's called the blue planet. Its atmosphere contains harmless nitrogen and life-giving oxygen. Presence of air, water and suitable temperatures make the Earth a unique planet having life on it. It has only one satellite, which is the Moon. Right? Fourth, Mars is the fourth planet out from the Sun. It is the nearest planet to the Earth after Venus. It is the only planet to have either an atmosphere or a daytime temperature close to ours. It is of rusty red color, hence it is also called as the red planet. It spins on its axis once every 24.6 hours. Therefore, it has a day equal to ours. It takes approximately 687 days to complete its orbit around the Sun. It has two tiny moons named Phobos and Deimos. Fifth, Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. Its surface is made mostly of helium and hydrogen. Immense pressure turns the hydrogen to solid metal in the core. The planet has a giant red spot on its surface. It has 39 moons, largest number of moons in the solar system, of which Ganymede is the largest. Jupiter spins around on its axis once every 9.8 hours, that is Jupiter day. Sixth, Saturn. Saturn is the second biggest planet in the solar system, 815 times as big in volume as the Earth. It is revolving around the Sun in 29.5 years. It is one of the fastest spinning of all planets, rotating in just 11.5 hours at an enormous speed of 10,000 kilometers per hour. So the speed is really very great. Strong winds swirl around its equator. It is made mostly of liquid hydrogen and helium. The most spectacular feature of Saturn is its rings, which are made of ice, dust and tiny rocks. The planet has more than 30 moons, of which Titan is the second largest in the solar system. It has a powerful magnetic field and sends out strong radio signals. 7. Uranus. Uranus is the third largest planet in the solar system and the seventh planet out from Sun. It was discovered by Herschel, an English astronomer, in 1781. It tilts at an angle of 98 degrees so that it seems to roll right around the Sun like a gigantic bowling ball. It takes around 84 years to complete its orbit. Uranus has 21 moons: Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, Oberon and Miranda being large ones. Miranda is the weirdest moon of all. Because of its distance from the Sun, the surface temperature Uranus drops to minus 210 degrees Celsius. Uranus has an icy atmosphere made of hydrogen and helium. Its surface is ice-cold ocean of liquid methane. Uranus has very faint set of rings. So this particular planet is very cold because it's very far from the Sun. Okay, so we come to the 8th planet, which is Neptune. Neptune is the 4th largest planet in the solar system and at number 8 from the Sun. Neptune was discovered in 1846 by two mathematicians, John Couch Adams of England and Eugène Le Verrier of France. It is also far, it is so far from the Sun that its orbit lasts nearly 164 Earth years. So it takes normally like 164.8 years to make a complete circle around the Sun. Like Uranus, Neptune has a surface of icy cold liquid methane and an atmosphere of hydrogen and helium. Neptune has the strongest wind in the solar system, blowing up to 700 miles per second. It has 8 moons, of which Triton is the largest. Neptune has a great dark spot like Jupiter's great red spot, where storms whip up swirling clouds. We come to the next topic, which is the Moon, the Earth's natural satellite. It is 3,84,400 kilometers away from Earth and 25% of the Earth's size. It orbits the Earth once in 27.3 days and spins around on its axis every 720 hours. It is the brightest object in the night sky, but it shines only because its light-colored surface reflects sunlight. One side of the Moon is always turned away from us and remains in the dark. This is because the Moon spins around on its axis at exactly the same speed that it orbits the Earth. As the Moon revolves around the Earth, its shape seems to change every night. We see varying amounts of its sunlit part called the phases of the Moon. Right? Every night when you see at sky, some or the other shape of that Moon is changed. Okay, this is due to the movement of the Moon. So over here in the diagram you can see the different phases of the Moon. The phases follow a definite cycle from the new moon to full moon and then back to new moon. The moon goes through all these phases once every 29.5 days. The Moon has no atmosphere. Its surface is simply white dust pitted with craters created by meteors smashing into it. The Moon's surface has a large dark patch earlier called seas. They are in fact lava flown from ancient volcanoes. The Moon has no water or air. Okay? I hope you have understood our solar system. Thank you.